But everyone, welcome back for another episode here on the Monday Morning Muscle Podcast with your host, Tonio Burton, and produced by myself, Josh Sanch. Tonio, we talked just briefly. I didn't want to talk too much because then the audience is going to miss out on all the good meat and potatoes. But how is the recovery going?
Oh, it's going good. I don't know if I should show the graphics to it, but
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not the before.
The hand is still burned, so I'm still missing the top layer of my skin here. It looks weird. It feels weird, like very sensitive. And then the arm is better too. So It goes from the top all the way down. This is still healing a little bit. A few spots that have to keep applying cream to, so that's why it's still covered. But I believe tomorrow I'll be able to be back in the gym and lift. I can bend my arms again and I can move. So
yeah. Did the doctors tell you anything about how like the sweat is going to affect the new skin or?
Nah. So he just told me when I go into the gym to make sure obviously I wrap it up and to be careful with what I rub against or whatever, whatnot. I always take a hot cloth and I'll go across it first thing in the morning, middle of the day, before bed, and keep that cream on it and wrapped up. So I think that, I forget what it's called, but that's what's been making the process go so fast.
Really? Wow. And then this happened the weekend of the Legion.
Yeah, the day before.
The day before. So you're almost back in the gym after 3 weeks?
Yeah, about 3 weeks, yep.
Insane.
And depressing.
No gym for 3 weeks, just...
Yeah.
I feel you, brother. Yeah.
Oh, no, and then, like, I missed my little dude's, some of his games, so I missed, 2 of his football games.
Yeah, it's that time of the year.
So it sucked. It took a lot, you know what I mean? But like I said, I had, family around, kids around, and, got to cover me when I needed it the most, you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's essential when you're hurt to have that support team around you.
Right.
How did were you watching any of the Dragon Pharma athletes this weekend at the Olympia?
Oh yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think, as always, everyone performed well. Everyone's getting better, making their progress, each time. So in due time, Dragon will have more than just one Olympia, winner. So
yeah, the Francisco
yeah,
Barrios. Yeah, that guy did pretty good. I think he was just outside the top 10 in 212. Mm-hmm. He looked phenomenal. What's the wellness girl's name? Is he Gillis or?
But no, it's that's one of them. I don't know why I can't think of her name right now. It's a good question. But she came down for one of the seminars here too, as well.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Yeah, she's been down here before. For
the one I can't remember the other one, but yeah, Cass Gillis.
Yeah, Cass. Cass, Bruna, and Esme.
It says top 10, but didn't she just win the Arnold Classic or something?
Yeah, she's coming off of a win.
Dang. So you think she'd be like in that conversation?
Yeah, it's I don't, you know what? I watch wellness, and it's like I don't even try to guess who's gonna, place where. I think that's the judge.
It's. I mean, for the fans at home. I mean, I don't know how to judge this. I have no idea how the judges judge this. It's just like, it's just wild looking. Yeah. I can't even fathom how you build the posterior like that.
Even the adductors.
that looks like bigger than my triceps.
Yeah.
But these ladies essentially, I mean, the upper body's not huge, so they probably. You think these ladies are training legs like twice a week minimum?
Oh, they're probably hitting, and they're probably doing it in a way where it's like they hit quads multiple times in the week, then just a glute day, whatever.
Yeah,
they don't have to build, massive shoulders and arms and back. So
they have like a glute specific day, a quad specific day.
Right.
Oh man, I'd look like Akeem Williams if I trained just like that. You know what? That'll be my signature. Oh, I lost a bet because I said Hadi was going to win, and Samson ended up winning. So I have to do a show next year. So I'm officially going to start doing prep. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm probably going to have to like drop a bunch of money, hire a real coach, register for a show, and like no BS, just hop into it, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, go ahead and hit up Justin.
Yeah, for real. And then what's friend Barrios? Right? Yeah, right here. Francisco Barrios. Wow, I remembered his name perfectly, just off memory.
Yeah, you know what? I remember, I think in 2021 was my first time seeing him. I think he's getting ready to turn pro, if he wasn't already pro. I think he was getting ready to turn pro, but I've always watched this dude.
He's got a lot of muscle, and he's super young and fresh. Clean lines.
Last year he did Texas Pro, right?
I think so, yep. He just missed the qualification.
Right. So yeah, he's definitely up and coming.
From New York, Texas. What show did he win this year? Wasn't it like Chicago? Or maybe Texas?
It was probably who did Texas? It was probably Chicago.
Because I know for some reason Chicago sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But yeah, great representation in 212. Good for Dragon Pharma having a top Olympian in the 212. You're going to be making some huge splashes next year on the comeback.
Oh yeah.
And then I think Banks said he placed third.
Yeah, Ebanks got third.
Dang. It must have been a crazy lineup for this guy to be third.
Yeah, he said it was his conditioning. That he has conditioning.
Just needs to be sharper?
Yeah, he was too flat, and his conditioning wasn't his conditioning, the normal pop that he brought before. So, I mean, partly I think, because anyone who knows Ebanks knows he's never just doing one thing. Like when we talk to him, he talks about how
he's got so many different business adventures going on.
Right. And he's constantly making new designs for his own clothing brand, like the hats he has. That are like the NBA hats, but it's actually him posing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ebanks is always busy. So I mean, that partially probably plays a part.
Yeah, he's maybe a little too busy. Needs to. I don't know. It's hard for me to even like suggest what he needs to do or what could help next year. Like when you're someone like Erin Banks who's that successful financially and professional, like on the Olympia stage, how do you juggle that? I don't even know if you can like hire an assistant to do a little extra. It's a lot, man.
Well, I mean, he has his lady now, so I mean, those are the best assistants, right?
I'll tell you what, my life has gotten a lot better in the last 5 months ever since I met my lady. Yeah, she's been hugely assisting of life, just making everything better. But let's talk a little bit. I think we highlighted. Is there any other Dragon Pharma athletes I'm missing that crushed the Olympia?
Yeah, I know. Well, Carlos did classic.
Carlos?
Was it Carlos Domar or something like that?
Oh, sure. Glasses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I did not know he was Dragon Pharma. Wow, that's exciting.
And then you had Esme Diaz and Bruna. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name.
Yeah, look at that. Great structure. Nice taper at the midsection. Nice big full back.
He's a taller guy too, so he has a lot more he could put on, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'd say he just needs a little bit more pop. The muscle is skin wrapped to the skin. It just, you need to see some more feathering in the legs. Yeah. This is probably 95% for him.
Yeah. I was like, he's definitely improved from, because he did it last year as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. And with Chris out of the picture now, like the standard is going to be a lot different.
Yeah, it seemed that they what is it, Michael said it's up for grabs for anyone next year.
Yep, 100%. Because you got Ramon is going to be hungry for a comeback, and he wants to represent Brazil well. And
Right.
then you got who was bigger this year and better. So he's going to be, I'm sure we'll have him on the show next couple of weeks. He's going to have a lot to say about the improvements he's made.
Right,
And
right.
then Mike Sommerfeld, the wild card, 5th 2 years ago, 8th last year, 2nd this year.
Right.
I mean, is he going to continue those improvements?
His Instagram is what, Mike the Badass, right?
Yeah, yep, Sommerfeld, yep.
Got you.
Yeah, phenomenal. He brought such sharp lines this year, and then the tan was just perfect. The symmetry's always been good on him. Just real good, polished look.
He carries a lot of muscle. He has an illusion of being bigger than what he is.
Yep. Well, I thought I heard the last time he did a show, it was like in Colombia. He qualified, and then he said he was going to do open as my girlfriend walks by with a big bowl of ice cream. Just, la, la, la. Yeah, it's going to be it'll be interesting to see who moves up, who moves down, who stays the same for the Olympia and Classic next year.
Yeah.
And also probably the Open, too.
He was going to move up, too. But he said
Which
no,
one?
he's going to Keon.
Keon? Oh.
Yeah, from
212. No, I was happy to say that he was sticking with 212 this year. That was his only focus. I think as long as his business ventures are good and he doesn't really need the prize money, stick with 212, dominate that division. I don't think Kareth is probably the next guy closest to him, and there is a step. There is a step, and I love Kareth. But
Kareth gets better too each year. He
is getting better. Absolutely.
Keon's flow is just is crazy.
And he finally nailed that conditioning, and the mental health's good right now. So that guy is just gonna just keep flying up, and yeah, we wish nothing but the best for that guy. Super excited.
It's funny too because when I talked to Keon before and I asked him what changed from because when I did 212 with him, we both went to Olympia. Keon was in last, and when we were backstage, he said, "You know what? I'm not gonna sweat it because I know this isn't my best." He said, "Just like Ronnie was last place and he came back and won. He goes, watch what I do."
Yep.
And it's funny, he ends up getting a lady. And talking to him, and he was telling me everything like she does for him, like writing down everything that they need to do, what their goals are, what their focuses are, like a vision board essentially.
Yep.
And you get with someone good and look, what happens. So it's crazy. We're just talking about ladies.
You're I've been talking with mine. Like I went from thinking I'm just going to kind of live in apartments and save some money and just kind of go through the next couple of years to we went and bought a camper, and now we're going to live the camper life and save a butt ton of money. Going to keep working my job back home in California. We leave on the 21st. We're in Texas with my family right now. Work that job, save up hopefully like 50, 80K cash, hopefully. And then she's going to join the Air Force as an officer. And then once that's all done, they're going to send her to her first base. And then once she's there, then I take the camper and follow her there, resign from my job, and become a full-time student / full-time bodybuilding commentator and juggle those two passions. So it's probably 2 years from now is when that dream hopefully happens. And then it'll be 4 years of college and full-time bodybuilding.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be, I'm stoked. Life just went from something to it.
Right.
It.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny. That's how I felt with us pulling out the Olympia and seeing what the results and everything were. Like, I was kind of like, damn, why didn't we do it, And, like, I kind of, like, started to slide a little bit. But then again, with my woman, like, hey, trust the process. Everything happens for a reason. This has got bigger.
I've got these thoughts coming in, like, help me find that center again,
Right. So definitely help you, refocus. So now I'm looking forward to next year.
Tonio, I don't know what it is, but women are just really good at just us men. We have so many ideas coming in and out, and we're just like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to grab the first thing that's exciting. And then a strong woman in your life takes those 5 things and makes them into like a tangible board and like
Right.
a real like hit list. Like, well, I'm going to do this, and then this, and then this. Like you're going to record. You're going to record with Jason, and then you're going to record with Tonio, and then we're going to go out and fold laundry, and then you're going to go to bed. Like, yeah, my brain doesn't work like that. Like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then I don't know. I'm just going to bounce around, and maybe I'll watch YouTube on the toilet for 2 hours until my feet are numb, and then I'm like, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah, I can probably get up now.
It's like, well, now I want to get up, and I can't get up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they say a man with dreams needs a woman with vision. So
men with dreams need a woman with vision. That is a great quote.
It definitely fits.
I need to print that on a wall somewhere. I'll tell you what, man, like right when I got those deployment orders and I disappeared for those like 4 months, it was a very like weird stage in life. I felt very lost. Like I didn't have the bodybuilding community to lean on because I was just stuck. I was so busy with the work, and being able to like find time just to like get back on Instagram and just message people. It was such like a huge relief. And then to meet Ellen, and, you'd meet my lady, and then now we finally got our show going, and I got all my sweet Dragon Pharma merch, and we just covered the Olympia, and I don't know, man. It's weird things happen like motorcycle accidents, but then also great things happen like probably your best off season ever is about to just hammer it.
Right. Oh yeah. God's plan.
God's plan. Oh, we got to look at I got to look at the schedule around your area for NPC shows and see what we can do for press passes and maybe like get you some extra money with some guest posings, and we can set up the backdrop with some tables and do some Q&As. I mean, there's probably a lot of cool stuff we can do since we're going to be so close.
Oh, yeah.
Because Reno from Oakland is only like 6 hours, maybe?
Yeah, because Oakland's LA, right? So, about 6 hours.
Well, north.
Got you.
So Oakland's near San Francisco.
Okay, so you're thinking about 6 hours, depending on how you drive. 5.
Yeah, well, I drive like an old man, but there are mountains there, so it doesn't matter how fast I'm going. You can go real fast like this, and then you got to go like this. Yeah. So I think there's going to be a lot of cool opportunities. There's a guy that owns the gym. There's like a cool pro gym called The Lab here. And, well, once I get back home in Livermore, I'm actually going to pull it up so I can show you. This place, I don't know if I've talked to you about this place yet or not, but I bet you they would love to have you come out and do a meet and greet and do a little photo op and do a little workout. This place, I'll tell you, here's the, what's it called, Bailey guy, Bradley.
Okay,
here's training here.
Yeah.
It's a wild looking gym. Here's like the promo video. They got an outdoor area.
I like the all black, like the color scheme like that.
Yep. Everything's clean and custom, and like only people that are really into bodybuilding are there. It's mostly a men's physique audience because there's a couple pros that actually train there, but it's an interesting vibe. It's a very young audience, but people that are willing to pay the money to train here.
Right.
It's a no joke area. I trained there for probably like 5 months right before I got the deployment orders, and then I just disappeared. So I'm going to show back up, and they're going to be like, oh, what's up, dude?
Where'd you go?
I'm like, I'm sorry. What is this? Out of my control. But they do all kinds of cool stuff. They do like Christmas parties, and that's the owner in that red hoodie.
Okay.
Yeah, anyways, shameless plug. Looking forward to getting back there and training, but Yeah, I'll either tell them to to message you, or I think that'd be a cool opportunity.
I was
They
like,
have photographers in house.
so I like meeting people, so I'm all down for it.
It's good. It's good networking, and I know you like to talk. Unfortunately, you're on a show with a guy who can't stop talking. So I'll get in a situation where there's just no one talking. I'm like, well, there was this thing I did the other day, and it was pretty exciting, and blah blah blah. And then next thing you know, we're 20 minutes in.
I mean, it makes it easier though, so it's all good.
Yeah, if we were both just like the type of person that just sits there and wants to listen, it's tough. Because then you just like, oh man. Let's see. It is middle of October. We have 2 weeks, and then we'll probably publish the roster for the guests for November. And I know we've had a lot of verbal confirmations from people of some awesome guests.
Right.
I think the next thing is just getting those people to actually confirm, like, this Saturday, this Friday, we're going to record. And then, man, it's going to be exciting. I mean, I know who we've confirmed, and I can't wait to just announce it for people. I mean, Olympia champions, Mr. Olympia champions.
Right.
Anyway, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah,
I'm stoked. I'm stoked. I'm also stoked. I'll probably start using some of these. All these bad boys still got all the labels on them. They got the seals, so I'm pretty excited to start digging into these pre-workouts, and especially these greens. It's so hard. Shameless plugs, right? It's so hard to get a good green supplement that doesn't taste too chalky.
Right.
So I'm super stoked to try to be a little bit healthier. I mean, the pre-workouts, the EAA blends. I'm a big guy. I get these migraines because of some of the injuries in the Army I've sustained. And having a good product like an EAA, another shameless plug, being able to have something to add to water, because when I'm dehydrated, my migraines get worse. And when I'm overheated, I've noticed. So staying hydrated, staying cool helps a lot. And luckily, Dragon has some phenomenal products that I'm about to dig into. I've already been using the shaker bottle for a couple of days now, and you can obviously tell I'm wearing the shirts. And my girlfriend doesn't like it. She thinks I look like a high schooler, but I got the wristbands on.
I had 2 of them on the same wrist until the motorcycle accident. But
Ooh, I bet those things just grinded right off.
Yeah, they came off. I don't know if they cut them off in the ambulance or if I got them ripped off. But yeah, so I'm in the same boat. I had 2 on the same
Dragon
wrist.
Pharma. Tonio needs 2 more reps.
Yeah.
2 more wrist reps. Oh, terrible. Man, but let's see what do we have going on in the future. The pro schedule for 2025 hasn't been announced, but we do have a couple shows left in November and December. See, that's the problem with me talking too much, is I just start skipping words. So we have the Romania Pro coming up at the start of the month in November, 9th and 10th. And this was a show that Samson won last year? Or did he do the Prague and won?
I think he did Prague.
So then the Prague will be the weekend after in November, 16th and 17th. So in this calendar year, ladies and gentlemen, we still have 3 Mr. Olympia qualifiers. Pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah. Samson's already talking about doing Arnold next year.
Yeah, I saw. Actually, I just got done talking with Jason Lowe over on BNN. We're bringing him on officially as a commentator, so he's going to be with us at the Arnold Classic next year. Yeah, who's the best bodybuilders confirmed? I'm assuming he said this during the Superstar seminar, which I did not see this morning.
Yeah.
But that's pretty exciting to... When's the last time... Was Ronnie the last time we saw Mr. Olympia do the Olympia and the Arnold? Or did Dexter do it?
No, Dexter did it too.
Dexter.
Yeah, no, Dexter, and I believe he was the first to win
2009.
both of them in the same season.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that. I don't. I don't think it's fair if it's the other way around, because there's been a couple guys that have won the Arnold and then the Olympia, but I'm talking about winning the Olympia and then doing the Arnold.
Okay.
How many people have done that? Because that's a bold move.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's. I don't think we've met or seen anyone that likes to compete like Samson does. So.
And you know what? I loved. Let me pull up that Buys and Tries post. I think they're sponsored by Hostile, so there's always going to be a little extra gusto. Let's see. Is this one? No. Here it is. What a good quote from Fouad Abiad. Let me pull it up for you guys real quick. I don't know if you saw it yet, Tonio. I know you're a busy man. I am a bodybuilder's bodybuilder, and I love this stuff. Essentially, Fouad saying, everything that Samson's been doing in this last year, essentially is going against what these. I know he says like experts, but pretty much like all the people online, me, Xavier Willis, Mark's Max Muscle Discord. I don't know if bodybuilding bullshit, if Trigilli's still doing stuff. I'm sure he is. All these guys are usually saying, like, historically, bodybuilders don't compete a lot. If you're at the top of the game, you do the Olympia and you take a full off season to improve. But somehow, with Samson and his wife becoming that perfect combo of athlete and coach, I think it completely removed all the stress in his life and made him like this super focused, super peaceful dude that can go and do a show 2 weeks out from the Olympia and then come into the Mr. Olympia and win.
Right.
It's just,
it goes again. Your woman has power.
again, we need to name this. We'll name this episode "A Man with Vision Needs a Woman with."
Oh yeah, man with dreams needs a woman. Oh yeah, man with vision needs a woman with dreams. Oh yeah, other way around.
A man with dreams needs a woman with vision.
Yeah.
My girlfriend was like lipping it because she's like, this idiot doesn't know how to say words.
Gotta help you with this too.
She's helping me with this. Yeah, she's just sitting in there with my iPad Pro, just playing her little Korean. What is it? She has like a virtual hot pot game where she can like make the different recipes and stuff and clean up the tables. And every time I go over there, she's like, "I made $50,000." I'm like, "Dang, girl, all right, cut me a check or what?" Like, but huge shout out to Samson. Huge shout out to is it Marlene?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, his wife / coach. What a phenomenal combo! Just to bring that inner peace to this dude. And Fouad says it perfectly here. Samson loves bodybuilding.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna do the Arnold Classic in Ohio, 2025 Arnold Classic. He's going for that. Was it 500,000, 600,000?
Yeah, 500,000.
So he just won 600,000.
Yeah.
He just won 600,000. He's going for another 500,000. I'm sure Fouad just gave him a massive kick, signing bonus.
Oh yeah.
What kind of money do you think that even is from a supplement sponsor? If you win the Mr. Olympia?
I mean, it depends on how successful that supplement company is. I think with Fouad, you're probably looking at something 6 figures almost.
It's got to be, because Fouad's killing it.
Right.
And then Martin signing, it was a week before the Olympia, and then places 4th.
Oh yeah, he's with Hostile now. That's right. You're right.
He is. You got 2 out of half of the top 4 at the Olympia. The Mr. Olympia is with Hostile.
Yeah.
This is like Muscle Tech era. This is like early 2010s Muscle Tech. They're just gobbling up all which Fouad was part of. He was part of that Muscle Tech team. That's actually pretty funny.
Was he?
Yeah. Well, he was right before they brought Phil Heath on.
Okay, got you.
Because then, like, they dropped him, Seth Feroce, like they dropped like 15 athletes in like one night, and then brought on Phil Heath.
Oh wow!
Or was it Jay? I think it was Phil. But yeah. Crazy to see how history repeats a little bit. Now you just need. Well, he won't be able to sign Mike Sommerfeld because he's with the GSN, with that German company. Urs is with the German company. Ramon is with Intercomedica.
Yeah, they're
like a big Brazilian company.
In Brazil, yeah. Because I believe him. I mean, all their big athletes are by that company you just said.
Yep, Integral Medical. They sponsored the Olympia this year. That's how I remember the name. Who's fifth? Breon?
Yeah.
Is Breon available? Who's Breon with?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Is Breon with us? I know he's with like Trifecta. You can't be a two-time Mr. Olympia. He's with Java Labs. He's with the Nexzilla brand.
I got you. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. That's why.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that brand, but it looks like they also signed Giselle Machado. Okay, and she placed fifth at the Wilderness Olympia.
Right.
Anyways, we're going on tangents. Sorry, guys. I just love bodybuilding. I guess we haven't really talked about your thoughts from the Mr. Olympia. What was your takeaway from prejudging, and did anything change going into finals?
I don't think Derek or Hadi was at their best prejudging.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they improved a lot came finals. I think Samson was better prejudging, which is why I believe he was placed better than Hadi at prejudging.
I think I just had the scorecard up by who posted it? Who is the best bodybuilders, I think. Yeah, let me pull that up for you just so you get a reference. How nice is it that they post the scorecards? Like, Tyler Mannion is just doing such a phenomenal job of making sure that the league is trying, people. He's trying to make it as transparent as possible. At the end of the day, it's still a private company, but he's doing a good job.
Right.
But yeah, look at that scoring. Him and Hadi, a perfect tie at prejudging. Derek, third place the entire night.
Yeah.
I did not get that vibe. I thought he was still kind of in the balance for one or two.
Yeah, that was crazy to see that.
Mm-hmm. Martin and Andrew Jack were kind of going back and forth in prejudging, and then straight scores on finals. Looks like Raphael and Brandon Curry were the only people with like a variety on scoring for finals, at least. Akeem Williams, holy cow! Look at his scores.
That's like the score is like a huge jump. Like,
so he was like really sucking water in prejudging, which he did the same thing at the Arnold Classic. Like, the guy just doesn't show up for prejudging, but then once he starts sweating, once he gets that that champion mentality firing, he comes into finals massively improved. In places 40, which essentially would have put him with Bonac for 7th or 8th, but he was so far behind from prejudging that he has to stay with 9th, which is still phenomenal. I mean, or he's 10th. Sorry, 10th. So it's just amazing to see him. He is a top 10 Olympian, and every single time he proves it, even though prejudging is always hot garbage. And I say it from a guy that I put, let me pull up my notes. Let me pull up my predictions, because I put Akeem very high. I put Akeem in 8th. And I'll share it right now for full transparency, even though technically I could have just edited it and lied. But I would like to think that people think me as a man of integrity. These are my predictions I made 1 week out. Hadi 1, or Derek 1, Hadi 2, Samson 4, and then Andrew Jack 3 somewhere. I don't know where he went. But Akeem right there, 8th.
Yeah.
And Brandon, I had ninth the whole time. I saw it coming. That's one of the only ones I got right. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's the only one I got right. And maybe Hunter seventh, or did Hunter get? Martin was 4. Andrew was 5th. I think Hunter got 6th, so I was almost right with that one. Not bad. Not bad for a YouTuber.
I was like, well, I mean, I think we were right about our top 10.
Yeah, the top 10 was. I think. Let me look at it again. My top 10 was perfect. Everyone in my top 10. Andrew, Hunter, William, Brandon, Akeem, Rafa, Martin. Yeah, my top 10's perfect. It's just the order.
Right.
How many people can say that? I'm going to post that, actually. I'll make a little graphic of like what I predicted and then what was reality. Be like, hey, my top 10 was perfect. That's pretty rare. The order was wrong. The order was terrible.
Well,
I think I had Rafa in 5th.
After Samson posed at the press conference,
yeah,
I know a lot was going on about that he was not going to be ready.
It's Tonio. It's always the negative people that push the negative stuff, and it's always the positive people pushing the positive stuff. It's just branding, I guess. Like,
oh yeah,
you're not going to see Nick Trigilli making happy videos about somebody doing something that might be perceived as controversial. I'll even say Muscle Discord's pretty harsh on his predictions on things, and I'm going to have him talk. We're going to bring him on, or not on BNN. I'm going to bring him on, and we're going to talk about the things that went wrong at the Olympia, and then how we can try to actually see some change. So I'm going to actually that'll be the first time I actually get to talk with the guy, Matthew, I think his name is.
Yeah, I think some of those words that the experts.
Yep.
I think that was more so directed towards that way.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because usually I try to phrase things in a very positive manner. If I'm going to say like, hey, I don't think Samson's going to win this year, I'm going to say these are the guys that'll probably place ahead of him based off of what we've seen before. It's not I'm not going to say like Samson doesn't deserve it or Samson's not ready. I'm just going to say in a game of comparisons, I think that the judges are going to give a more favorable look to a harder, grainier look.
Right.
Little did I know that the entire Olympia would get shifted to more of an aesthetic, streamlined look and maybe not rewarding the freaks as much, which I'm not opposed to. I'm actually really happy. I think it's a healthy move forward. Right. I can't wait to be back in California where I don't have to mess with my setups anymore. No more green screens. I'll probably have like my shelves back. Show off all my autographed magazines and posters, and it'll be good. I can put my supplements in a spot that actually makes sense.
You can see the dragon, so it's all good.
That's all. Yeah, I think this is a very unique design that they picked. It's very random. I think like I feel like they like Googled what is American, and they're like, oh, muscle cars, American muscle.
That was our 4th of July drop.
Yeah.
Part of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, yeah. I kind of chuckled. I'm like, this is a Brazilian brand. I didn't get anything Brazilian in that box.
Well, they have a Dragon Brazil and a Dragon, here.
Yeah, and then Dragon Mexico.
Colombia, Mexico.
I saw them developing those shot glasses and stuff for Cinco de Mayo.
You know what? They showed that, and I'm like, cool. Like, we're getting a package. I'm about to have a Dragon shot glass. No, it was only for the Dragon Mexico.
Oh!
Yeah. But we're supposed to be getting headbands and some jackets. So.
Tonio.
Yeah.
Headbands, let's go.
Yeah, you have to follow Xavier, who's a part of Dragon. He's the designer, so he puts everything together.
Oh, shoot. Let me find him.
Yeah, so he teases everyone. Like, it's crazy.
What's the last name?
Solano, I believe.
Xavier's. Oh, there it is. Yep. Man, they need to do some Dragon visors, like coach visors. So I can be here being the armchair judge, sitting here like, well, I think Steve Weinberger was way wrong with that prediction, and here's why. And then I'll pull up a laser and I'll point to the back screen and as you can clearly see, if you'd have done the option left instead of the draw, clearly Hottie's glutes are way harder than. I mean, look at this left butt cheek. Let's zoom in on the butt cheeks. Look how hard these butt cheeks are. And I'll have to have shades on because I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face.
Yeah, that's funny.
I would love to do that. Especially, I've got the green screen. I just need to set the. I have 2 cameras. Once I get back home, I'll set up my my actual camera, and then I'll do from the. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and hop over to the whiteboard and then roll the chair.
It reminds me of what's his name, Dom from Bro Science.
Oh yeah,
he's always right on the whiteboard.
As you can see, the evolution of the gym bro. Oh, those videos are so good. Oh my gosh,
you'll never get old.
No, if people have not watched that stuff, I mean, you're missing out. Just comedy gold, especially people just coming up in bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think. I came into bodybuilding in 2016, I think, is when I started kind of looking into it, and I watched Jay Cutler's Bigger. And then I watched Rich Piana's Bigger by the Day YouTube special. And then I watched all of Kai Green's movies. And then by then, I got into Nick Strength and Power. A couple years later, I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched all of Jay's old ones. And what's the guy's name? The Dominican Dominator.
Oh,
Victor Martinez, all that stuff, Dorian stuff. Well, I did see Blood and Guts. I did watch that one in black and white. But I feel like I'm very underprepared when I hop on Mark's Max Muscles channel because that guy's a historian. He knows everything from back in the 40s. And I don't even know stuff from the 90s. So I feel like I need to start doing more of those comparisons I did on BNN for the Olympia. I need to do some more side-by-sides. This is so-and-so from the 2007 Olympia. He placed 4th, and a lot of people didn't really think he was very good, but let's go ahead and look at that physique. And I'd love to do some green screen stuff. That'd be so much fun. Have a little clicker. Have the slides ready.
A laser pointer.
Oh, yeah. I got to get one of those Elgato. Where's my camera? The Elgato Stream Decks where it's got the little mouse thing where you can zoom in. I'll literally be like a professor.
It'll be too much up there.
It'd be a lot of fun. And I'm going to do all this out of a small. I just bought a camper with my girlfriend. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be doing all that out of a 26-foot camper. So I'm going to have to find a way to modify the living room to become a bodybuilding studio. It's going to be hectic.
She probably just gave you a look right now, too.
Oh, well, she just walked out. She's like, oh, my God. She's going to make me have to, rent a studio or something. We're about to drop some... Well, I'm saving a bunch of money with no rent. I'm only paying $400 a month on my camper mortgage.
Nice.
So I'll make 6 figures, so I should be able to swing it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I don't know. You could see me in a professional-looking studio, and I don't even have to use any of my stuff. I'll just show up, and some recording guy will be like, "Oh, you ready?" Click it. Tonio, how's it going?
Right.
Just talking with the producer. Hey, Jamie, can you pull up?
That's when you know you made it. So,
if I have a Jamie, oh man, wow. Well, that's essentially what you have with me. You just need to figure out what you want to talk about first, and tell me to shut up and stop talking. Because I do introduce you. You're the host. I'm the producer. I am your Jamie, Tonio.
I just go with the flow, you know.
Yeah.
The natural conversations are better than scripted.
Oh yeah. a year from now, we'll have a very interesting dynamic, especially with the guests coming on. You guys will just be talking, and my mom's trying to talk to me in the middle of a podcast. It's wild. Just like looking at what are you trying to say here?
I was like,
oh, she wanted to say hi to Tonio. She's like, oh, you finally got Tonio on.
I told her I said hi.
Tonio says hi, Mom.
I'll come around.
Oh, she's going to come around. She's going to trip on all the cables. The whole podcast is going to... No. The green screen's going to come down.
I'm going to avoid.
The room is shaking. Oh, Lord.
The chairs.
But yeah, I think with the guests that we'll have coming on in the next couple of months, it's going to be pretty exciting. There's the illusion. We're no longer in a professional podcast studio. This is a living room at my parents' place when I'm on vacation.
In Texas.
Love you.
I love you too, Mom. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot make this stuff up. You cannot write it. This is authentically me.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a highlight.
Sanch's mom joins the cast.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool. That just made the night.
Good Lord. EP09, sometimes on BNN, his little kid, one of his sons, will come in and he'll just be like walking around in underwear, like Superman underwear. And like you'll just see like a small little child pop up out of the green screen because like the green screen just like cuts out the background, and it'll just be a random child just standing there like, and you'll see Kenson go like, pushing him out. Oh, it's the good. You can't write that stuff. It's just like, or the dog will come in. Oh, it's always good.
Right, like you heard the cat the other time.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait to get my cat back. Man, a week, 2 more weeks. I leave here on the 21st, and then I'll be back. I got 6 days to drive there. I'll be back on the 27th, and then I have 4 days to park the camper, move in, unpack the storage unit, get the camper ready for my cat, and then on the 1st, I go back to work, being Joshua.
Nice. I've been looking into the fifth wheels.
Yeah,
you know, I have a truck too, so
yeah. You got a quarter ton or a half ton?
That's a good question.
What do you got? Like a F-150 or a?
No, it's Silverado, the
1500.
Yeah, LT
50. Yeah, it's a quarter ton.
Got you.
So I have an F-150, so it's a quarter ton pull. So you can pull up to, I think it's 7,000 ton or 7,000 pounds.
Got you. Okay, you just got to add some more upgrades to it. I got I got intake.
Oh, okay.
I want to do headers now too, so there's a few more things I have to do to it. Then it's a complete project right now.
Oh, geez, yeah. I'm not mechanically savvy at all like that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I got the F-150 right now, and I almost have it paid off, so I really should keep it. But for like my mental wellness, I've been thinking about upgrading to an F-250 so that I could really pull that camper with ease up those mountains.
Right.
I can't lie to you. I'm so stressed about pulling that camper back to California. The first time I've ever pulled a 26-footer. I've driven a school bus before for the Army, and I've driven like some of the tactical vehicles for the military. And I've never had to do mountains before.
Yeah.
So
I mean, more safe in a way of saving money to get the upgrade.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is just like peace of mind. Try to sell the F-150 privately just so I get more money, and then just get a maybe like a 2020 F-250 or a Silverado 2500. I like the Chevy Silverado because the wheel wells are squared.
Right.
There's like the Fords are round, and the round's just so blah.
Yeah.
But I did notice the 2025 Silverados have round wheel wells, and I'm like, well, they just lost their one thing.
Yeah. Well, they make them deeper now too, because they're putting on the bigger wheels with them. Because I know with the older ones, if you're going to upgrade the wheels to like not even bigger ones, just an upgrade, you have to get a lift done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, mine's all stock. It's just like a gardening truck, essentially. Some guy traded it in, and the back of it was just all beat to hell. Like, they were throwing wheelbarrows and all kinds of stuff in there.
The bed is all bad.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to put a new liner in it, but Tony, I just don't care. Like, that thing gets me A to B, and I'll go and do an Amazon, or not an Amazon, I'll go to like a Facebook marketplace and go buy something. I can just slide it in there. If I need to throw a bunch of stuff out when I'm moving out, slide everything in there. It's perfect.
Right.
It's got the ball hitch, so I can just go and rent like a 15-footer from U-Haul. $50 for the day. A lot of people say people that buy trucks are just compensating, but it's a very useful vehicle.
Oh yeah, very.
I mean, you can't expect us to buy a minivan and look like a creep.
Right.
I mean, if I could get a full-size cargo van, I would, and I'd have a full podcast in the back. But you know what? I'd park that van and do a podcast a couple blocks too close to a school. I'm gonna have people knocking on that window. So no one's knocking on a window of a truck.
Right.
Also, no one's recording a podcast in a truck unless you're doing a day in the life and you're like, well, today I'm driving on my way to the gym. And
I thought about doing that actually.
It's such easy content to make, especially for you. I mean, you hop on your Instagram and you do a quick little live. I used to do a post-workout rant where I'd be working out and then I get done and I just sit in my car, turn the camera on, and I just talk about the workout, talk about my mental health, the food I ate that day, and maybe like a random topic I found online that would be enough to get the video to 10 minutes. I did that before I got into bodybuilding journalism. I did that for years. And people actually enjoyed it. I didn't get a lot of views, but for you, too easy. You find one topic like, I don't know, like when you do your little, not little, but when you do your videos on Instagram, when you're talking about, this is one way that I do my pectoral flies a little differently. You could just go into depth in your car and then you overlay the footage, do a 10-minute video, monetized, make $50 off that video. Pretty easy.
Yeah, I got you. Like a voiceover. Okay.
Yeah. It's just a vlog. You could be a vlogger, bro. Just a jack vlogger in your truck like, hey guys, IFBB Pro Olympian Tonio Burton here, and we're going to talk about pectoral flies today. So if you're interested, subscribe. That's not how you talk. Wow, subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out Dragon Pharma.
Because I actually, a lot of my older videos, I don't do any talking. I'm going to
Really?
pose or post a workout, whatever, go on about it. But then Xavier from Dragon was like, dude, people like hearing you talk. Like,
yes.
talk.
Bro, that's why we're here. We're here to get Tonio to talk.
We're practicing.
You remember when I sent you the original logos and it was Tonio Talks?
Yeah.
That's what it was called.
Yeah. It would have been very silent.
Yeah, I was just been here like just typing a little text message about a topic like, talk about this.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's so crazy, Tony. You were just talking about the importance of using a barbell over a Smith rack. Like, could you add some context to that? Well, thank you, Josh. Thank you for mentioning that. I actually was talking about that.
That's why it's better when people come and ask questions.
That's why we need to get the posts up early so people can ask the questions.
Right.
Because then at the end, we could do 30 minutes of banter and then 30 minutes of Q&As. That's an hour, dude. Like, that's the perfect format.
I'll start putting up posts about, asking questions for us to answer on these videos.
Well, you know what we should do? I'll give you the perfect example of the kind of idea I want to get here on Monday Morning Muscle. I'll find it just a second, but the Olympia footage is endless. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah, that's going to go on for a while.
I got to scroll for a little bit before I can find the perfect example of a post. There it is. I'll share it. This is essentially what we should be doing. And then, if anything, we add the photo of whoever is going to be hopping on.
Okay.
Yeah, just be like a picture of you with questions, hashtag questions, and then people just post it there, and then we just go to whatever it was for that week, look at it live like we're doing right now, and just answer the questions, shout out like, oh, Lee Price Fitness, thank you for the question about blah, blah, blah. Tony, what are your thoughts on this?
Got you. Okay.
That's money. That's the 3-point net. Just
Can imagine putting that up on like a Monday and have it just flow throughout the week.
Yep.
How many
and pin it, put it there, pin it, and then we just go back to it. And then at the end of the week, you delete it, and then you post it back up. You post it on Monday. We use it on Saturday or Sunday. You delete it, and then you post it up again and it says recording on Saturday, October 30th.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, I'll do all the graphics for you, and then we'll just do the collaboration post. Literally, you don't have to do anything. This is my fault. I'm not doing this. I need to do this. Tonio, thank you for calling me on my bullshit. I need people like you in my life to just be like, Sanj, why aren't you working as hard as you should? You're not even a Jamie. You're like a J.
You're not in the military no more. What are you doing?
Come on, man, get to work. What did I pay you for? Oh wait. Oh, man. Well, don't worry about that.
Yeah. Head scratch.
A t-shirt.
Hey, you know what I was thinking about too? About Olympia real quick.
Yeah.
No one talks about fitness.
No one talks about fitness. You want to bring Abby on? Abby Bolton?
See, that's the problem. I can't even tell you who it is.
Oh, yeah. I've had her on BNN a few times. She's phenomenal. She's Canadian. Okay. She's like a neuroscientist or something in college. She's phenomenal. Gotcha. And she's a great talker. We could bring on... Let me pull up Abby for you. She's awesome. Yeah, I have little connections like that, yes. So this was her when she did the Olympia 2 years ago.
Got you, okay.
Yep, natural.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
See, I mean, that would be something big to push, too. Because everyone thinks you do Olympia, or my bad, you compete as a pro, you're geared out of your mind, you're going to die soon, you're very young.
She's an Olympian, too. Yep.
But to have, a female Olympian in fitness, so she has a diet down like we do. Yep. She has to perform way more than what we have to do, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Doing all that supplement, PED free. That's something to shine a light on, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and I was just talking with Jason Lowe. He turned IFBB Pro natural before he even got into doing any of that. So you look at someone like Abby who competes at the Ben Weider Natural, the Pro-Am, which is an Olympia qualifier. She does that every year. I mean, she's a great talker. She could just talk forever.
I don't think anyone has ebanks beat.
Erin is an enigma of being able to just take a monologue that no one essentially asked for and then just go for 30 minutes. And then he said, oh, shoot, I forgot the question. I'm like, well, there was no question. You just gave us your whole career backline. Like, we weren't really asking for it, but thank you so much.
Yeah, he definitely sparked that one.
Oh, man. You know what? You should ask. We should ask Dragon if there's any fitness Olympians that they have or any fitness pros, and we could bring Abby and them on, so then they can kind of collaborate about fitness, and then we can just kind of just sit there and hang out.
Yeah, I don't think Dragon has any fitness athletes.
Yeah, it's such a niche division,
Most of them are
wellness.
Wellness, yeah. You have a lot of wellness athletes. All the females, I believe, are wellness.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's Brazilian. They got what they need for that division.
Yeah.
Genetics, yeah, that's what they call it. Good Lord. Let's pull that. Let's pull that lady up again real quick. I kid. You know what? I will say Bob didn't make any weird comments during the wellness press conference. When the ladies were up, he didn't say anything weird this year, and I was like, "Thank you, Bob. Thank you."
What did he say weird last year?
Oh man, it was something like, oh, it's the big booty division or something, and I was like, bruh. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, Bro, you're the voice of the Olympia. Like, come on. Like, you can't be... Oh, I mean, he keeps it real, honestly. Like,
oh yeah, all the time. Every
love
time
him, hate him. Like, yeah. Wow. Final. Let's see. We talked about the Open just a little bit. Did you actually get to see the live stream at all?
I watched a little bit of the live stream, and then after that, I was keeping up with whatever was being posted.
Yep. Yeah.
It was my whole thing with that. Seeing the lineup and how it all played out, I know we would have definitely done better than 8th that we got the year before. We would have moved up a few spots. But seeing like that, even the top 4 up there, that is a great look of what Olympia should be.
They respected the midsections, the taper, the bubbly physiques, which you have. It spells success in 2025 for you.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely going to be something big, you know what I mean? And then seeing Samson, get that win.
Oh, what an emotional
everything, he deserved it, especially coming from what he's came from and problems he's had or whatever. And one thing he said too was, no matter what you do, you're still gonna have people who want to criticize and talk bad about your positives in a bad way. You know what I mean? So him saying that is, I don't know, you could definitely relate to it. So a lot of respect to Samson for what he just accomplished and wanting to do the Arnold. He makes me want to do the Arnold with him.
Hey, I mean, no, you're focused, Tonio. Don't. I almost bought into your little thoughts. Where's your lady at? Like, where's mine at? She disappeared.
Yeah, no, she's already got on me and was like, nope, take your time. No,
don't even think about it. Don't even ask for an invitation. Just be like, hey,
right.
Man, the Arnold Classic. I bet you what. Like as we wind down for today, everyone, thank you for watching. The Arnold Classic Ohio is going to be insane. And I will be there. I'll be there for BNN reporting. Tonio, if you're there, we can do some Monday Morning Muscle stuff there. I bet you we could find a nice little corner somewhere and get some microphones, and you can walk around like, hey, bro, you got a second? Hey, Mr. Olympia, you got a second?
Oh yeah.
You just tag people in. We'll get all kinds of episodes going. But I'll be there. Me and Jason Lowe, we're gonna spearhead the Olympia or the Arnold Classic coverage from Columbus for BNN. But I'd love to do some stuff for Monday Morning Muscle while we're there. That'd be cool. Very cool. But yeah, the Arnold Classic is going to be phenomenal. If you think of, is Derek going to just continue to just like show up just for the Olympia, or is he going to try to build some hype? Is he going to do the Arnold, or is he going to do a different show? Is Hottie going to keep doing the Arnolds, or is he kind of, his mind is good? He's like, okay, I wasn't really robbed this year, but it's just a different look. But does Hottie do the Arnolds? You got the New York Pro.
Think they will.
No, because if they know Samson's doing it, it's like, do they try? I mean, Hottie would be the returning, so then you have two different Arnold Classic champions battling it out. If Nick comes back and is ready, then you have another Arnold Classic champion.
Well, Nick
I wouldn't think
he confirmed it, right?
Who did?
Nick.
Oh, did he confirm Arnold?
Yeah, I believe after New York, I believe he said he was doing the Arnold.
Oh, yeah, but that was before he had the health issues and pulled out, right?
Yeah, that's before Olympia here, yeah, but
yeah,
I mean,
maybe he needs more time off, or I don't know.
Yeah,
It's hard to tell. I think everything's still pretty fresh. I'm sure Tonio can flex his top 10 Olympia muscle and see if Nick wants to come on for a quick 30-minute segment here on Monday Morning Muscle. We could ask him the hard questions. I'm sure everyone wants a piece of him, though. Same with Tony or with Samson. It's going to be a bloodbath trying to get him back on.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll happen.
He's going crazy right now.
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't talk to a lot of people, though, so.
True. Yeah. He started
circle.
replying to me on Instagram on BNN, not on Monday Morning Muscle, but on BNN. And we were just like talking back and forth like normal people. And I'm like, does he think I'm someone else?
He's super chill.
Like, I'm not Ron Harris. Like, I'm just Josh, but thank you for blessing me with your I mean, we were just talking like about normal stuff. Like, dude, your wife is the best. Like you couldn't ask for a much better woman. He's like, yeah, like strong woman, just keep me straight and narrow. Like, oh, I mean, like, yeah, dude. Like, again, emphasizing the importance of having a strong, focused, dialed-in woman in your life.
Oh yeah,
Tony. That's the takeaway. And now we'll ask Abby, and we'll try to see. I guess your homework is just we need to get a list of all the Dragon Pharma athletes and see if there's anyone that would be compatible with that conversation. But yeah, I bet you Abby would love to come on and talk about the fitness.
Right.
That's a great conversation.
Doesn't get much shine at all. So I mean, I think it will actually do good for the industry to act. If we can shine light on that, it'll bring more athletes to the sport.
Yeah, I mean, fitness is not. It's not growing. Fitness and Miss Olympia have both like 8 or 9 Olympia qualifying shows. It's not a lot. Yeah,
right.
And then every year the ladies either move up or they'll go to bikini. It's very difficult.
But I definitely think that'll be something to do.
Yeah, I'm down. I've thought the same thing before, Tonio, and I was like, I'm gonna bring Abby on, and we're gonna do I think it's a show I named All Things Fitness. I think that's the show I called it. We can bring a segment here on Monday Morning Muscle. All Things Fitness. Well, I'll rebirth it.
Yeah.
I'll figure out the logo I built for it, and I'll bring it over.
I was like, yeah, make something happen.
Yeah. Well, Tonio, closing thoughts for this week?
You know what? I believe I'm back in the gym tomorrow, so that's great. I'm going to post more of my dragon content.
Yeah. Yep.
Get back into it.
Yep. Give us a shameless shout out. Let them know Monday. Hey, check it out. Monday morning, we have a podcast called The Monday Morning Podcast. Monday Morning Muscle.
Get a shirt made.
I showed you the initial looks of the logo. I'm almost tempted to send it to Dragon and be like, hey, like, can I pay you to like touch this up and make it look good for something that Tony would actually wear? Or we do like a collab shirt where they'll have like the Dragon Pharma logo in the middle and then Monday Morning Muscle around it or something.
Right. Yeah, Xavier, that's who does those things. So
I'll hit up Xavier. Be like, hey, Tonio sent me your way, bro. Like, how much? What's Brazilian? Is it peso?
Nah, they're was it reals?
Reals?
Yeah.
How many reels do I got to throw at you to whip up a logo for Tonio?
Well, I know $1 for us is $5 for them.
Oh shoot! It's like buy one get 4 free. All right. I won't tell him. I'll say it in Brazilian currency, and he'll be like, "Oh my god, yeah, that sounds great." He's not stupid. It's like you give someone from Mexico like a $5 bill, and they're like, "Oh, it's like I can feed my family for a week." It's like, what? No, please take more.
Yo, it's so crazy the currency. It's nuts.
Yeah, makes me want to move the podcast down to Mexico, and as long as the cartel doesn't roll through, like, hey, make sure you guys are plugging our products.
Pay for protection.
and make sure you check out the Pacific Cartel's heroin. It is top-notch heroin. I don't think that would work on YouTube.
Oh, man.
And try out their assassination services. I hear it is a buy one, get one free.
You're wild.
You never know, man. I'm sure there's some wild stuff on like other streaming platforms.
Oh yeah, you just can't flash too much.
No, well, it's like people like pushing like peptides and stuff. It's like I don't know how far you can even go with that stuff. Like I was talking with Jason about this, Jason Lowe over on BNN, and I was like, now that I have to do a show next year, like I probably need to sit down and talk to some people that really understand the performance side of the sport and be like, is it even worth to start something just to see what happens with the body? Or do I just get a good coach, get really good training, stay on the natural side, and then try to turn pro in the natural leagues,
Right. I would tell anyone who just wants to do it because they enjoy it, do it natural.
Yeah. This is what I want to do professionally, is on the mic. I'm never going to be on a national stage trying to win a pro card. That's not this shoulder doesn't even work half the time. It just sits here. like it's not even like, even when I try to like level it out, it's not level. Like, I'm not delusional. Like these hamburger titties.
Oh my god!
I got those Fuanabiad titties.
What's gonna come after you?
Too far.
Yeah,
What's coming for me? Don't talk about my titties.
I think he showed earlier this year he's not one to be played with.
Oh Lord.
Uh-huh.
I gotta check out Bro Chat again. I haven't watched one in a couple of weeks. They, him and Ian are just such a good combo. Paul's my fave. We need to bring Paul on here because he is a promoter and he knows all about that stuff. So when we have complaints about the Olympia, like, why was the live stream so bad for prejudging? He could maybe give us some context. And I've had him on before, and he's a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had him on with Abby. That's pretty funny. It was an all Canadian. It was an all Canadian episode.
God, got you.
Yeah. Huh. Anywho, ideas. We're at an hour and 10 minutes. Tonio, thank you so much for making some time tonight. I'm going to eat. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have one more protein shake, and then I'm going to go fold laundry because I promised my lady I would do that after Tonio. So we're going to go do that. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoy this amazing post-Olympia Monday morning muscle podcast on Monday morning. It's I think the last two have been a little questionable, so I hope you guys do enjoy it. We'll do our best to keep with the theme of the show, but make sure you guys go and check out Tonio. For some reason, I have to point this way to get to Tonio, but make sure you check out Tonio's Instagram. Check out Dragon Pharma, sponsor of the show. Phenomenal products. I don't know if they're still doing those Olympia specials or not, but check it out. There's probably some kind of promo running right now, as well as any other the chicken pound for Tonio and whatever else he's got going on over there. But that's it.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. And get your questions in. Go to Tonio's page.
Oh, yeah.
Look for it. I'm going to do it. It's not Tonio's fault. It's my fault. I'll post it. I'll collab Tonio. He'll click the yes button. And then all of you fine people will have an opportunity to voice your questions for Tonio next week. Okay. Goodbye.